Green Table Network is an organization that helps restaurants be greener, be more sustainable in a holistic way. So we're not just about local products on the menu or energy efficient appliances. We're about everything. So we found that when we started working with restaurants who wanted to be greener, who wanted to be more responsible, that they were looking for a way to approach this, to come up with some kind of a roadmap and a resource that they could rely on to help them through it. And that's really what our organization is set up to do. We're not experts in any particular field, but we understand what it takes to become sustainable.
The purpose of the Restaurant of the Future is to push the boundaries on what a regular renovation would be in a restaurant space. We recognize that there's an opportunity in the sector to leverage energy efficiency that is otherwise left on the table when traditional renovations are done. We want to try and understand what the scope of your renovation is in the space here, and then we want to help work together to push the boundaries and reduce energy consumption by a minimum of 30% beyond code. The Tech Innovation Group is mandated to look at world-leading technologies when it comes to energy efficiency and push them through the marketplace. And so we do several projects with all different facets of the industry to try and promote energy efficient technologies. The restaurant, food, and entertainment sector tends to be a very difficult sector to reach out to, and it represents 2,700 gigawatt hours per year of energy consumption. If we can save 30% energy in that sector, that's 800 gigawatt hours, maybe more. That represents $64 million worth of operation savings for the food and restaurant sector. So that was the impetus for BC Hydro to reach out to project partners and develop the Restaurant of the Future project.
Our strengths in what we do or have done for a number of years is in the sort of the softer side of sustainability. Yes, we have a few technical aspects. Yes, we have solar panels. Yes, we have high efficiency boilers, et cetera, et cetera. But really what we do is on a people level, a person level, with our staff and with our clients and guests. With this particular project, we were heading off in our direction, which again is more on the soft side of things.
What are the numbers here, and trying to show that we do reach that 30% reduction in energy. Also recognizing some of the work that's already been done with solar panels on the roof. What is that contributing to this whole overall project? It preheats some of the domestic hot water. We've already taken steps, quantifying what that means to the restaurant today, and then going beyond with all the different initiatives with the kitchen equipment and ventilation and temperature control. Let's look at what's happening with LED lighting and the new technologies out there.
Now, how do you feel about induction? Are you interested in induction?
We use it in a lot of our off-site situations. So we have mini induction burners.
Mini induction burners, yeah. But right now, see, the thing is now there's some, some of the manufacturers have real like 4-hob induction griddles and things, so that if you were, if you're thinking of doing a pastry section or something like that, that's it'd be deluxe,
Yeah, for sure. It'd be way more temperature control.
Way more temperature control, and just that much more efficient.
We have some pieces that have reached the end of their useful life, and there are opportunities there to come up with more efficient models, as well as things like the deep fryer, where it is a fairly new piece of equipment, but as any restaurant would do, we found the best deal as we shopped around, but it's definitely not the most efficient piece. So definitely thinking that way is where your expertise is, and we welcome it.
So Jim, now that you've heard the sort of the concept or the scope of the project, what do you feel would be the next step?
Well, I think the next step for us is to take all of this massive amount of information we've just gotten and get together as a smaller group internally. Talk about what our goals are going to be and how we'd like you folks to be fitting into that. Quite honestly, this is going to be a much larger group than we're used to dealing with when we're doing renovations in this type of project, so we're going to have to wrap our heads around that. But I think we should be getting together again soon with our thoughts on it and start the conversation that way, or continue the conversation that way.